What's up everybody, this is the Mapped Out Gamer, and you are watching part 2 of my commentary and review of the multiplayer world of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Let's get started. Alright, so let's kind of switch gears here and talk about multiplayer maps. We did get to see some variations in maps that tie into the storyline. I really loved that. With the introduction of the exosuit, the map creators had several new obstacles to overcome as they created these maps. Two of the obstacles that I felt that were the most important were the vertical layouts of a map, as well as how the exosuits affected spawn points. I felt most maps did well to balance the use of exo boosting and normal movement. This really plays well to Advanced Warfare, not allowing the exosuit to really dominate all vantage points. Notice that there are still ladders to be used in most maps to get you around. With the addition of the exosuit, there were some unintended consequences. I believe good spawning points have taken sort of a hit, since boosting was shown to be a lot faster than sprinting. Calculating the most effective and gamer-friendly spawn points was sometimes difficult. I have experienced some spawn squatting, which is always basically going to happen, unfortunately, so that's kind of a trade-off. But overall, I feel the spawns weren't too bad, since the added abilities allow you to move faster. There are over about 350 weapons in Advanced Warfare. This does include weapon variants, so don't get too carried away. But at the core level, there's only about 30 main weapons that are in the game. I did like the direction that Sledgehammer Games took with these weapon variants, kind of getting a core solid, main type of weapons, and then just doing different spin-offs of them, changing up their iron sights or changing up the decals, as well as their weapon points. It was a pretty great way of expanding that portfolio of weaponry. It was really neat to see the exclusive abilities that certain guns had. For example, the IMR prints its own ammunition. How awesome is that? We do see an introduction of a new type of weapon. These are these energy directed kind. They don't necessarily reload, but they can overheat over time. Playing the game, it was apparent that assault rifles are more favorable. Probably the most popular assault rifle was the BAL-27. I did see a lot of people using this assault rifle in their loadouts. To me, SMGs didn't pack as much punch, not a lot of damage as previous games. Snipers were definitely pretty challenging to master in this game. The sniper scope wobble is super extreme. If you master the sniper class, props to you. Okay, so let's move on to score streaks. Score streaks in Advanced Warfare, to me, really fit the narrative of futuristic technology. We see the return of the infamous UAV, as well as some new ones. There's the XS-1 Vulcan, which is a manually controlled burst of high-power directed energy deployed from outer space. Another cool score streak worth mentioning is the XS-1 Goliath. In the single-player campaign, you actually get to pilot one of these guys and kind of trample through a level, and now you have access to one as a score streak in multiplayer. Something new to Advanced Warfare was the added ability to add these modules to score streaks. This really gives the player true control of their loadouts, down to the specific score streak module. Sledgehammer Games really wanted loadout diversity. Keep in mind, adding modules to score streaks will only increase the points needed to attain them. There were some smaller things I wanted to mention before I wrap up this video. You are able to fancy up your operator. I don't see any practical reason to do this, but sure, why not? This is where those thousands of items come from, to unlock. If you do want to unlock, boots and gloves and fancy up your operator, go for it, why not? The options are great. Personally, I didn't really care for it though. Also, don't forget you have the option to set up matches with bots. I set their difficulty to veteran, and I really enjoyed the challenge, sometimes more than playing with the online members. Setting up a private match is a great way to get used to the game and familiarize yourself with the ins and outs. I would highly recommend it if you're just jumping into this game for the first time. In conclusion, Sledgehammer Games has really packed hundreds and hundreds of customizations into this fast-paced, sometimes buggy first-person shooter. Overall, the multiplayer experience has been a positive one that fits my needs. If you're wanting to explore all the game modes and want the latest patches quickly, I'd really recommend getting this game on a console. PC gamers, on the other hand, may have to wait a little bit longer to see this game in a more positive light, unfortunately. I'm not a Call of Duty fanboy by any stretch of the imagination, but I do think Advanced Warfare is exactly what the franchise needed for something fresh and exciting. Will thousands of gamers still be playing this game 3 years from now? Only time will tell. Thank you so much for watching my video on the multiplayer world of Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Take it easy.